Hi friends, Queen Alita here. Happy Monday, happy new week to everybody. I'm back today with a prophetic message from the Lord based on a dream that I had on January 17th this year. So I just want to welcome you back to the channel, and I want to welcome anybody who is new. And if you are new, just a quick disclaimer, it's important to note that not every prophetic message is meant for everybody. So even if you're listening to this video, you're watching, it does not mean that the message is definitely for you. If you feel it is and it resonates in your spirit, please take it before the Lord. Ask Him to minister to you and to confirm the word to you. Of course, only if it resonates, right? And I know that for some of you, this is confirmation of what God has been showing you, speaking to you about. But if you do have any questions and you need to understand more, please, by all means, take that back to Him. It's important that you have a relationship with Him, that you develop that relationship with Him, and you get all your answers from Him, okay? So, like I said, the dream was on January 17th, 2023. And I just want to give a bit of background so that you can understand the dream. So a couple of years ago, I became friends with somebody who was really struggling with their faith, struggling to operate in the spirit. They were very fearful, just really caught up in the flesh. And not in a way of, like overt sin. They were not struggling with overt sin. They were just struggling with trusting God, with not being fearful of outcomes, and it really affected our friendship. It affected our relationship intensely, to the point that, God had to remove us from each other's lives. So in this dream, I was with that very same friend, and the way that it felt in the dream was that this is something that is going to happen in the future. It didn't feel like God was showing me the past. It felt like He was showing me the future, and the dynamics were different. In this particular dream, this friend was... me and this friend were very close. It's like we were walking in step, in tune with each other. There was intimacy in our relationship, and they were speaking in scripture. So it didn't feel like they were being religious and overbearing, but they kept quoting scripture and speaking, just around it, just beautiful words. I remember just feeling so engulfed in just God's love as I was listening to my friend speak, and it was just such a beautiful experience. And there were other friends in the dream, people that I also know in waking life who are good friends, who kind of have been with me for a while now and have really been solid friends, and they were just there in the dream, just enjoying this newfound or rekindled friendship, if that makes sense. So that was pretty much the dream, right? So what dropped in my spirit when I went back to listen to this dream was a do-over. I love how God just reveals things in His own perfect time, because I had this dream in January and I never felt led to really focus on it. I had an idea of what I thought it meant, and then when the Lord brought me back to it today, and I sat and I said, okay, God, let's take away everything that I think this dream is about. What do you say? And immediately He said, a do-over. You're getting a do-over. Tell the people they're getting a do-over. So if this word is for you, you're getting a do-over, okay? Now this do-over has to do with a relationship that you had, that you possibly currently have, but it's been strained, it's been difficult to interact with the person. It may have caused some kind of wedge or separation because of that person's fears, how they're just operating. Well, they were operating a lot in the flesh, and it's caused really a wedge between the two of you. And this is a very it's an important relationship in your life. This is something that God has spoken to you about, and He's shown you what will come out of this particular friendship, partnership. It could even have to do with the spouse, potential spouse. You will know who God is speaking to you about, right? But you're getting a do-over with this person. And whether it's someone that you're already in relationship with, or it's someone new, for some of you, the do-over is going to be with someone new. It's going to be the same scenario that you had before, but with someone else. And God will show you. He will reveal to you if that's the case with you, if it's a whole brand new relationship, right? But the main thing is to know that this time it will be different. It will be a better experience. This person will match your energy. They're going to match your vibe. They're going to understand how to flow in the spirit, and it's going to cause such a beautiful flow of the spirit in your lives. It'll bring you closer. In the dream, we were walking together. We were in stride. We were almost inseparable. There was a deep intimacy, and hearing this person speak the scripture, speak the word, just made it even more beautiful. So they will match the energy that you were putting out before, because you really struggled before, because they were really operating in this in a place of fear and worry and just, confinement. They were really confined in their spirit, and now they are free. And you will have a deeper experience of the things of the spirit, right? Of the things of God. And just the imagery of all the other people around us, the friends, there will be support. There will be support systems, people that will be part of that, who, that God is just continuing to allow to be in your life for His purposes, if that makes sense. And for some of you, you need to hear this. This is something that dropped very strongly in my spirit as I was seeking the Lord on this stream. So let me put it this way. Whatever that relationship was, again, whether it was with a friend, like it was in my dream, or a spouse, or a family member, the Lord wants to remind you of what He said, what He told you. He told you that it was not over. When that wedge came between the two of you, or when there was a separation, it may have seemed like it was over, but God told you back then that it was not over. And He's letting you know now that the do-over is upon you. When I asked the Lord what the scripture is for today's message, He led me to Romans chapter 8. The entire chapter, okay? I will not be reading the scripture today. I believe that the Lord wants you to read it. Come before Him, spend time with Him and read it, and let Him minister to you through it. This does not only have to do with the person that God is restoring you with, but also with you. Look at this in context of the both of you, because in this dream, like I said, there was an intimacy, there was a walking together, there was you couldn't separate us, and it felt like the Spirit was operating in and through the both of us. So this scripture is not only for that other person, it is for you as well. And the Lord wants you to pray into this. Pray over the person that He has highlighted to you according to Romans 8. And also pray over yourself according to Romans 8. It is one of the most beautiful passages of scripture. It really, really, truly is. And I really pray that the Lord just ministers to you deeply through it, okay? So that's the word for today. Short and sweet. I will see you in the next video. I pray that it's blessed whoever it's for. And always remember that God is a good Father. He loves you so much because you, my friend, are so deeply special to Him.